Well, here's the deal. If you're like me and the kimono's fitting a little snugger these days, we got some help for you in the Good Day Cafe. We're flipping the script on traditional dieting with a new approach.
We were talking about volume eating, which focuses on eating foods that are low in calories but high in volume. And for that, we have founder of the Culinary Cure, Kristen Coffield. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's so good to be here. And this is such a timely segment because people are really focused right now about showing a little more skin, and everybody would like to get to their healthiest weight.
Right, and we want to get there by summertime, so we don't have much time to get there, so let's do it up.
We want to get there in a healthy way.
Right.
So what volume eating means is you literally focus on foods that you can eat a lot of, and they're going to fill you up so that you're eating less calories, and that's going to help you lose weight, and you're going to feel full while it's happening.
As always, Kristen, you brought a great spread today, but I see you brought some drinks with you as well.
I did. Okay. My private coaching clients call this the bread drink. And it's a 50-50 combination of psyllium husk and ground raw flaxseed. So you make a mixture and you add a teaspoon to a glass of water 30 minutes before meals.
I'm familiar with the flaxseed. Tell me about the other one.
Well, the psyllium husk, people may have seen on the internet, they call it the poor man's Ozempic. But it is one of the primary ingredients in Metamucil, and this is just a way to make your own fiber mix that's got nothing bad for you in it, and it's going to fill you up before a meal.
Going to feel full. I mean, it's really tasteless. I mean,
it's tasteless, and so you just drink a glass before a meal. But my number one tip is always hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. So that's ground zero for volume eating. Get yourself hydrated. You can go to theculinarycure.com, get my free 14-day hydration program. So here, these foods, things like cheese and nuts and nut butter, those are all low volume foods.
Low volume. I was thinking that, especially with the cheese.
Kind of hoping you were going to say the opposite.
I know. So how does high volume work? So things like cucumbers and celery and carrot sticks, things that are high density water foods. You could eat this whole plate of these, and it would fill you up, and you wouldn't get too many calories. And this is...
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, I know. Help yourself. And
now, Kristen, if I take the cucumbers and I mix them with, say, some jalapenos and vodka, does that count?
Call me when you're doing that. That sounds like so much fun. Let's do that segment.
Steve.
Yeah, right?
Then you have to be careful as they're eating all that you have
That's
there.
the high volume drinking segment.
So I'm just going to guess. Listen, I'm not a nutritionist by any means, but these are very high in water content. Is that what helps?
Yes. High in water content, crunchy, so it satisfies your need for, some texture in your mouth, and they taste really good. And you could get salsa, you could get guacamole.
Sure.
But focus on the veggies.
But this is a great presentation. What do we have here?
Oh, this is one of my favorites. So this is endive. You can get this at Trader Joe's. I gave you each a piece. A lot of people don't know about endive. It's a great vegetable, but it works perfectly as a
to dip, right? It's like its own little little dipping station there.
So when we flip from things like chips to things like endive, we're getting all that high volume food.
Oh, it's a great alternative.
So good.
So this is actually very tasty. I always thought they were a little bitter, but this is not. This is really good.
It is considered a bitter green, but they are not bitter.
It's on the light side.
They're very tasty.
But we still have to be careful about the dips.
Yeah,
you don't want to go overboard.
Yeah. But salsa, you can pretty much go to town. Read the label. Make sure there's not a lot of added sugar.
Main course here. What do we have?
I love this. And you can see this on my Instagram. I actually show you how to make cauliflower steaks. Super easy, super delicious. You guys each have a little taste.
Oh, perfect.
It is so satisfying to eat a cauliflower steak. I added a little bit of cheese. And when you have this, you're like, you could eat 2-3 slices of that and you would be good to go.
It's so good. So from one cauliflower, how many steaks can you get?
You probably get 3.
And all you really are doing is olive oil, or are you putting anything else on it?
I put a little olive oil, salt, pepper, and any cheese you've got, and just pop it in like a 375, 400 oven for about 20 minutes.
I'm glad you said that because you maintain the moisture. It doesn't dry it out, which I know is a struggle for some.
I know I'm not supposed to use my fingers, but I'm going to keep sampling here. What is this?
So this is something called a watermelon radish, and they're showing up in farmers markets everywhere. It is another perfect dip, chip type substitute. And anytime we eat something that's more colorful, we're getting more of those important micronutrients and, special polyphenols.
So would you use this as like a dipping device, or would you put it in a salad? And if so, what does it pair well with?
And what I'd like to say to everybody is eat more salads. Eat bigger salads. Don't put croutons and cheese and things on it. But you could put toasted almonds. You could make your own dressing, so it's really flavorful and no extra
This is
additives.
great all by itself.
Really
I like
is, isn't
it.
it? It's like a nice snack as
Yeah.
well. Kristen, thank you very much. I mean, once again, bringing in some great ideas, and I love the fact that with some of these foods, you literally can eat to your heart's content and end up getting healthier in the meantime.
And remember to hydrate, because that's the first step.
All right, great advice. Thanks very much. There's your information. You can just go to theculinarycure.com or follow her on Instagram, where she has some of the recipes that are available
All right,
now.
Kristen is the best. The best.